Hello and welcome to another vlog from Gin Short and Travelling Coffee Cup. Today's vlog is at the East Lancashire Railway, which was actually the first place I actually did a vlog on this channel. And I'll put a link to that in the description down below. We're here today to see the Union of South Africa in one of its final weekends in steam. Hope you can join me. Now, what makes Union of South Africa unique and a bit special is that it's one of the last of the A4 Pacific class of locomotives designed by Sir Nigel Gresley and built by LNER, the most famous of which is number 4468, Mallard. Now, when Union of South Africa was built, it was given the number 4488. But when it comes into the station, just look at the number it has now. So as you've seen, it now has the number 60,009. The reason it has that number is because of the nationalisation of the railways in 1948 after the war. Now, it rolled off the production line in Doncaster with the number 4488. 11 years later, it had its number changed. And then in 1964, it held its last booked steam locomotive service from London up to Edinburgh, and it was 20 minutes late through Grantham because of a broken rail. And it's gone through several owners since then, and it actually had its mainline service brought to a close in 2020, and after this weekend and next weekend it will enter permanent restoration. It will not run anymore, and the last A4 Pacific will run. Now, one of the main reasons why Union of South Africa's days as a charter train or a train that pulls carriages is numbered is down to its boiler certificate. Now, the only A4 Pacific boilers do cost quite a lot to maintain and to extend their life. Now, considering where you read, Union of South Africa is either due to expire this year or next, considering that its last day or last days of pulling passengers is going to be this weekend and next weekend, someone tells me it's coming up for the end of its term this year. Where it's going to go on static display, I genuinely have no idea. If anyone from the National Railway Museum in York or Shildon is watching this video, please put it next to Mallard, give it its old original number back, and put it next to its sister where it can stay for the rest of its days. Now, the East Lancashire Railway reopened this weekend after a very long hiatus due to the restrictions. I was due here in April to go on another LNER masterpiece. However, that's now been pulled back till September, when I get to go in a railway coach and be pulled by the Flying Scotsman. I genuinely cannot wait for that. But before then, there's another video coming out where I've got to go all the way to Dunsford Aerodrome and go on the Lindor Boeing 747. And those were two I knew about and planned. This one today, genuinely, I got back from my vlogs in London on Saturday. Just thought, do you know what, I'll see when the East Lancashire Railway reopens. Oh, it reopens on Thursday. Oh, hang on a minute. South Africa's there. Oh, I better book a ticket for that. So literally, I knew about this train service 3 or 4 days before it took place. I'm actually amazed I managed to get a ticket. So we saw it pulling into Bury Bolton Street Station. Well, let's see it when it's at the front of the carriages. This is going to be a very special and a once in a lifetime chance for me. Here she comes. There's the old British Rail seats. Two lights, a mirror with the National Rail British Rail logo on. And then netting for suitcases and such. Now, on the East Lancashire Railway, on any train, there's one thing guaranteed. Spectacular Lancashire scenery. Quite being for a station considering the daylight today. Here, taken out. Whether there's plans to put it back in, I'm not too sure. There's the old Ramsbottom station building. Quite a nice platform. Just showing you how close you are to the train. The train is literally there. Pushing the coach right behind the train. So, the reason the stations on this line look old, vintagey, not from the 21st century, is because most of them were rebuilt. And that was down to a decision made by one man. The man that the reason the British Railway network is the state it is now. Mr. Lord Beeching. A man that is probably hated by every person connected to the railway that lost their railway line, especially in the north. He looked at railway lines and went, these lot don't make money, just get rid of them, just bin them off, like, don't want them. Now, a group of volunteers saved this line, rebuilt the stations, put trains on it, extended it as far down to Haywood, and there are plans to extend it to the station that connects to the main line at Castleton. I hope that happens, because then this line connects back to a mainline station, and the line runs up to Rottenstall, and the line originally ran further than that, but when we get to Rottenstall station, I'll show you what that station looks like. And the configuration of that station shows that even though the original line went further than that, the East Lancashire Railway group of volunteers probably don't plan to take it further than Rottenstall. Newest stations on the line, Irwell Vale. What an amazing machine. Thank you to Nigel Gresley for designing this wonderful machine. So, Rottenstall Station. As you can see, the line ends there. So I don't think they'll be continuing it any longer. And also, there's a pub right in front of it, or right at the end of the platform. I don't think it's open. I could be wrong. Come on, George. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to get back on the train, head back up to Bury, and then I think we're going to go up to Haywood and then close out today's vlog. So unfortunately the pub wasn't open, but last time I came it was. So I'm going to put a picture up now of the pint I enjoyed, and I've got to say, next time it's open and you fancy a ride up here, definitely go to the pub, it's a really nice one. the engine is at the far end of the platform. So next to it on the way up, furthest away from it on the way back. But on a lovely sunny day like this, I do not care. So as the Lancashire countryside will whisk past the window on the way down, back down to Bury, then to Heywood, I've got to say that this train might nearly be 90 years old, but it's still a beautiful piece of machinery. This thing could go for another 100 years. It's so quiet, even though it is a steam engine. The only time you hear it is when it lets its horn off, or its whistle off, sorry. But yeah, after next weekend, the engine goes into static display, and the end of its time on the rails has come. There it is. I'm so happy I was able to come down to do this today. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy the ride back to Bury and listen to its whistle go off a couple more times, and then we'll cruise into Heywood and finish off today's vlog. The A4 class of locomotives are arguably Sir Nigel Gresley's greatest creation, and one of them still holds to this day the fastest speed ever clocked by a steam engine, and this one is still running. It's amazing how they built things back in the day to just last. I mean, you look at this engine and you just think, this was built nearly 90 years ago, and it can still go like a normal electric diesel train can now. There's something special about a steam engine that a diesel train can never come close to. I don't know whether it's the steam coming out of the bottom, the lovely theme tune of the whistle or the horn, or just the look of them with, like, when they come towards you, steam everywhere, and it looks really, really amazing. And it's just sad that, yes, cars made them irrelevant, well, not irrelevant, but a lot less relevant than what they were. But there is still a place for steam engines like these to run, because that's what they were designed to do. As much as I love going to York and seeing a train and going, wow, look at that, like, the only reason Mallard's not running is because of a cracked boiler. Like, I wish someone would fix it so we could see it run one more time. And I mean, this might go to Shildon if it does. I've not been. Be a good reason to go to see it in reservation, but it can still go. And yeah, it is sad that the steam engine is kind of being phased out now. I mean, there are railway lines like this one that's run by volunteers that's going out of business because of what's happened over the past 2 years. But every engine that is on those lines deserves a home. And if anyone watches this that owns a heritage railway like this one, please, if you know of anyone that's going out of business, help them out. Take the trains and put them on your line. Do something, because the last place any of these trains belong is the scrap heap. So, one thing that's lot different from the last time I was here, 8 months ago, is there's actually a trolley service that's coming through the train. It's great to see that the line's getting back to normal. People going through the train asking for donations as well. The lines need it now more than ever, and I would advise anyone who can spare some money for your local heritage railway, because you know, it might not be something that you find an interest in, but it's certainly something that, you know, a few years down the line you can take your children to. So they're an amazing thing to see. Amazing machines of the past given space to run. I love hearing that. And it's great to hear it do that, because how many more times is it going to be able to do it? So yeah, it's a lovely trip on a lovely day behind a lovely steam engine. I really couldn't have picked a better day to come and do this. I didn't get the front of that. I was looking the other way, then as soon as I looked there's a train. I was just like, I missed the diesel engine, because on normal days they run a steam engine and a diesel on the same day. So they basically run it. So as we're coming back, that's going to rotten stall, and as soon as that turns around, they'll meet up somewhere in the middle. Normally it's either here or Bury. Reason for that is there isn't many places on the line that are double line. Again, that's to do with the beaching cuts. There's actually a track bed just there where the second line should be, but on certain parts they've been able to do, in others they haven't. But obviously the more money they get, or donations and things like that, the more they'll be able to do. So we're going to, I think, take it up to Bury. We're going to stop at Bury for a bit, which it always does. Go up to Haywood. The engine will do its version of a Yui. It'll go back to the front, and hopefully we'll finish off today's vlog with the A4 Pacific Union of South Africa over one of my two shoulders. That's going to be an amazing end. The total cost of today to go on this train is £15. To go up and down the line as many times as you want over the course of a day, I didn't think it was too bad. And on a beautiful day like this, you're not going to pass the opportunity or pay it. Really worth doing. If you're ever in the Bury area and you're looking for something to do, East Lancashire Railway is the one. The Flying Scotsman experience, from what I've been told, is sold out. They do have a diesel show coming, I think June. In fact, I'll put a link to that in the description down below as well, and I'll also put the dates here. Well worth a trip, well worth a day out. And also, for the kids, there's a Thomas the Tank Engine coming as well. So, they do quite a lot. They do a Halloween spooky train and a Christmas train. I don't think they did Christmas. I know they didn't do Christmas last year. And Halloween, I don't think they did that. I think they did that, but it's quite socially distanced. I might come back and do that, just to see what it's like. Hopefully when all the restrictions are lifted. I just spotted something on us. Honestly, they're spoiling me now with that. I've just spotted something quite odd, but quite nice. On an old sign, it had the initials LMS. which belonged to the London, Midland and Scottish Railway, a competitor for the LNER, which this train originally started with. So quite a nice touch for a heritage railway. And on this service today, I think, just really loving that sound. It is busy, but there are spaces, like there's no one sat at the table next to me, there's no one sat in front of me, there's someone sat at the table 2 down. I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing this line with the Flying Scotsman on it, because apparently it's sold out. So if it's sold out and there's no restriction, that is going to be an amazing day. And I can't wait. I mean, it's a day I'm genuinely looking forward to. I can't wait, because I've seen pictures of the Flying Scotsman since I was a child. So to actually go on a train behind it, I genuinely cannot wait. The train is that long. We're not even on the platform. In fact, the door just here might actually be on the platform, but they're not opening it. Just tells you how long the train is today. So we're just on final approach now to Bury Bolton Street, where I think the train's going to have a bit of a rest. And then it's going to carry on to Haywood, where it's going to do a U-E and go back to the front. And yeah, on a lovely sunny day, I wish I could do the whole trip again. So as the newest stop for the East Lancashire Railway, Haywood. Same as all the other stations really. Rustic, vintage. Look really odd though if it was like just a brand new station. I mean seriously, all the station's missing is a dot matrix sign and it could be pretty much passed as a normal station. But there's the cafe there, just a old railway car in the siding. So as you can see, Union South Africa's there taking on a drink, and you can see just behind her there's a level crossing. Now if you followed that level crossing all the way down the line, you'd end up at Castleton Station. I do sincerely hope they finish the line off at Castleton, because that would be an amazing place to catch a 21st century train and catch a train straight out the 20th century. And that'll just about do it for today's vlog on the Union of South Africa. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, comment, as it would just help the channel, and also subscribe and hit the notification bell to never miss a video, and we'll see you all in the next one.